Pepsi. The very word conjures images of icy cold refreshment and fizzy, sugary satisfaction. It's a beverage that's been quenching thirsts and sparking smiles for generations, a true icon of the soda world. But what is it about Pepsi that makes it so universally beloved? Perhaps it's the perfect balance of sweet and tart, a flavor profile that, just dances on the tongue. Or maybe it's the invigorating rush of carbonation, those tiny bubbles that tickle the nose and awaken the senses. Whatever the reason, there's no denying that Pepsi holds a special place in our hearts. And yeah, in our stomachs too. But have you ever stopped to wonder how this iconic beverage is made? What goes on behind the scenes, within the walls of the Pepsi factory, to transform simple ingredients into the refreshing drink we know and love? Join me now as we embark on a fascinating journey, a deep dive into the world of Pepsi production. We'll explore each step of the manufacturing process, from the sourcing of raw materials to the final stages of bottling and packaging. Get ready to quench your thirst for knowledge, because things are about to get bubbly. Every great culinary creation begins with quality ingredients, and Pepsi is no exception. The journey from raw materials to finished beverage is a testament to the careful sourcing and meticulous processing that goes into each and every bottle. Our first stop takes us to the source, the fields and farms where Pepsi's key ingredients are grown. Sugar, the backbone of Pepsi's sweetness, is harvested from sugarcane or sugar beets depending on the region. These plants, plump with sugary goodness, are processed to extract their sweet nectar, which will eventually make its way to the Pepsi factory. Next, we turn our attention to the citrus groves, where lemons and limes bask in the sun. These fruits, bursting with tart, tangy flavor, provide the perfect counterpoint to Pepsi's sweetness, adding a refreshing zest that really awakens the palate. Finally, we arrive at the spice plantations, where cinnamon, nutmeg, and other secret ingredients are carefully cultivated. These aromatic spices, the unsung heroes of Pepsi's flavor profile, add layers of complexity and depth, creating a taste that is both familiar and undeniably unique. With our raw ingredients assembled, we're ready to head to the factory and begin the transformation from simple components to the iconic beverage we all know and love. We've arrived at the Pepsi factory, a place where the air hums with activity and, honestly, the sweet aroma of soda hangs heavy in the air. Our first stop is the syrup room, the heart of the operation, where the magic truly begins. Here, giant stainless steel tanks, resembling spacecraft from a science fiction film, stand ready to receive the raw ingredients we've gathered. Sugar, in its purest, most refined form, is carefully measured and poured into the tanks, its white crystals dissolving into a shimmering syrup. Next, the citrus fruits take center stage. Lemons and limes, their rinds bursting with essential oils, are pressed and juiced, their tart nectar adding a burst of refreshing acidity to the sweet syrup. The final touch, the secret ingredient that elevates Pepsi to legendary status, is the spice blend. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and other closely guarded spices are carefully measured and added to the mix, their warm, aromatic flavors infusing the syrup with complexity and depth. The syrup, now a swirling vortex of sweet, tart, and spicy notes, is heated and stirred, making sure that all the ingredients are perfectly blended. This is the heart of Pepsi, the concentrated essence of its iconic flavor. While the syrup is undoubtedly the star of the show, we can't forget about the unsung hero of the Pepsi production process, water. Water makes up the vast majority of every bottle of Pepsi, and its quality is paramount to the final product's taste and refreshment. That's why, Pepsi takes water treatment very seriously. Before it even comes close to the precious syrup, water undergoes a rigorous purification process designed to remove impurities and ensure absolute clarity. The journey begins with filtration, where water is passed through a series of increasingly fine filters to remove sediment, dirt, and other particulates. This ensures that the final product is crystal clear, free from any unwanted cloudiness. Next comes carbon filtration, a process that removes chlorine and other chemicals that can impart unpleasant tastes and odors to the water. This step is crucial for creating a neutral base that won't interfere with the delicate balance of flavors in the Pepsi syrup. Finally, the water is subjected to ultraviolet light, which kills any remaining bacteria or viruses, ensuring that the final product is safe and refreshing. This multi-step purification process guarantees that the water in every bottle of Pepsi is as pure and pristine as possible. With our syrup carefully crafted and our water purified to perfection, it's time to bring these two key components together in a harmonious blend. This is where the magic truly happens, where the concentrated essence of Pepsi meets its refreshing counterpart. The mixing process is a carefully orchestrated dance, a delicate balance of precision and timing. The syrup, thick and viscous, is pumped through a series of pipes, its progress monitored by a network of sensors and gauges. Meanwhile, the purified water, cool and refreshing, flows through a separate system, its volume carefully calibrated to achieve the perfect syrup-to-water ratio. The two liquids meet in a specially designed mixing chamber, where they collide and swirl, their flavors intertwining in a symphony of sweetness, tartness and spice. The mixing process is crucial for ensuring that every drop of Pepsi is consistent in flavor and quality. Too much syrup, and the drink becomes overly sweet, cloying on the palate. Too little, and the flavors are muted, lacking the characteristic Pepsi punch. Only through precise measurement and careful monitoring can the perfect balance be achieved, resulting in a beverage that is both refreshing and satisfying. At this point, our Pepsi is nearly complete, a symphony of flavors waiting for one final crucial element: carbonation. Those tiny bubbles dancing on the tongue and tickling the nose are what truly bring Pepsi to life, adding a refreshing effervescence that elevates the drinking experience. The carbonation process takes place in a sealed chamber, where the Pepsi mixture is chilled to a precise temperature. Carbon dioxide gas under high pressure is then injected into the chamber, its tiny molecules dissolving into the liquid. As the pressure inside the chamber increases, the carbon dioxide molecules are forced into the Pepsi, creating the characteristic fizz we all know and love. The level of carbonation is carefully controlled, ensuring that each sip delivers the perfect balance of bubbliness and flavor. Too much carbonation, and the drink becomes overly fizzy, masking the delicate nuances of the syrup. Too little, and the Pepsi falls flat, lacking the invigorating rush that makes it so refreshing. Our Pepsi, now fully carbonated and bursting with flavor, is ready for its final journey, from the factory floor to your refrigerator. This is where the bottling process comes in, a marvel of modern engineering designed to ensure that every bottle of Pepsi is as fresh and flavorful as the last. The bottling process begins with sterilization. Empty bottles made from sturdy plastic or glass are thoroughly cleaned and sanitized, ensuring that no foreign substances can compromise the purity of the Pepsi inside. Next, the bottles are filled with the carbonated beverage, their journey carefully guided by a network of conveyors and sensors. The filling process is incredibly precise, ensuring that each bottle receives the exact amount of Pepsi, down to the milliliter. Once filled, the bottles are capped, labeled, and inspected for any imperfections. Only the bottles that meet Pepsi's stringent quality standards make it to the next stage: packaging. The bottles are then grouped together and placed into cardboard boxes or plastic crates, ready for shipping. These sturdy containers protect the bottles during transport, ensuring that they arrive at their destination in pristine condition. From here, the Pepsi begins its final journey, traveling by truck, train, or ship to supermarkets, convenience stores, and vending machines all over the world. And so, the journey that began with humble raw ingredients culminates in a refreshing bottle of Pepsi, ready to quench your thirst and bring a smile to your face.